Hello dear student, once again welcome in this class. In last video we were discussing about the optical activity, and optical activity we have seen that the compound having chiral carbon are optically active. Optically active means the compound which have a chiral carbon or chiral center can rotate the plane polarized light in clockwise direction or in anti-clockwise direction. So the compound is called chiral carbon, and chirality is the nature, and that means chirality is necessary for optical activity. Okay dear student, now we are going to tell you the again a carbon. What is chiral carbon? Chiral carbon, a carbon whose four valencies are satisfied with different atoms or group of atoms is called chiral carbon or asymmetric carbon. Chiral carbon or asymmetric carbon. Okay dear student, and the compound is known as dissymmetric molecule, sorry dissymmetric molecule. Okay dear student, the compound having chiral carbon is known as asymmetric carbon, and the molecule is known as dissymmetric molecules. Okay, suppose four atoms hydrogen, fluorine, chlorine, bromine attached to a sp3 hybridized carbon. This is sp3 hybridized carbon, and in this carbon attached fluorine, chlorine and bromine. The fluorochloro known as fluorochlorobromomethane. Okay dear student, and this carbon is chiral carbon because in this carbon four different hydrogen atoms are attached to this carbon atom. You can see here fluorine, bromine and hydrogen. Okay dear student, this is four different, that means it is chiral carbon, and chiral carbon is always represented as a steric like this. Okay, this means this carbon is asymmetric or chiral, having four valences satisfied with different atoms. Okay dear student, now one question is asked: cause of optical activity. Cause of optical activity. Cause of optical activity. Cause of optical activity. That means chirality is regarded as the necessary and sufficient condition for the molecule to be optically active. That means chirality is necessary for any compound to show optical activity. Okay dear student, let us see by giving another example of lactic acid. Okay dear student, lactic acid is 2-hydroxypropanoic acid is known as lactic acid like this: CH3 CH OH COOH. This is lactic acid. 2-hydroxypropanoic acid known as 2-hydroxypropanoic acid is known as lactic acid. Okay dear student, but lactic acid has two isomers. Lactic acid has two isomers, and which are mirror non-superimpossible mirror image to each other. Non-superimpossible mirror image to each other. See here carbon, and in these conditions here hydrogen like this. Okay dear student, here methyl group is attached, suppose, and in this condition here hydroxy group is attached, and here also COH group, acid group is attached. Okay, dear student, COOH. The mirror image, this is the mirror, and a mirror image form is carbon, hydrogen, and hydrogen. COOH. This is the mirror image to each other and known as enantiomers. Both isomers is known in optical isomerism. It is known as enantiomers to each other. And this is mirror. You can see, and this is enantiomers. Enantiomers of lactic acid. You can see here this is a chiral carbon because in this carbon the valency of four valency of carbon are satisfied by different group and atoms. Here acid group, hydroxy group, methyl group, and here hydrogen. Okay, dear student, and the mirror image. That means the compound which shows optical activity must be non-superimposable mirror image to each other. That means the lactic acid here, two enantiomers of lactic acid are non-superimposable to mirror image. Okay, dear student, non-superimposable mirror image to each other. Okay, dear student, mirror image to each other. Okay, mirror images. This is optically active. That means optically active. That means two criteria should be in a compound. One is non-superimposable mirror image, non-superimposable mirror image, and second one is chirality. That means these are must for any compound to be a optical active compound. Okay, dear student, let us see the another example which are optically inactive. If two groups are same attached to carbon atom, the compound will be optically inactive. Okay, let us see the another example. Suppose we have propanoic acid. In case of propanoic acid, two hydrogen atom attached to the center carbon like this, CH3H hydrogen, COOH. This is propanoic acid, and you can see here two hydrogen atom attached to carbon and satisfy the two valency of carbon atom. So also it will form mirror image to each other, and it form mirror image to each other like this. This is mirror, and it will form like this. Hydrogen carboxylic group and their methyl group. But due to presence of two similar atom to the carbon atom, center carbon atom to here and to here, it is optically inactive. Optically inactive. Okay, dear student, if optically inactive, that means it cannot be rotate the plane polarized light. Okay, so now we are going to discuss the another term for the optically inactive. Sometimes carbon is chiral, that means some chiral carbon present in the molecule, but due to plane of symmetry, they are not able to rotate plane polarized light, so they are also optically inactive. Let us see the tartaric acid, the form of tartaric acid. Here, tartaric acid, carbon COOH, OH, H, C, OH, H, and COOH. Suppose this is chiral carbon, and this is one functional group, one group attached another group, different group, and hydrogen atom. And if this is chiral, then in these conditions, this is one group, total one hydroxy group, carboxylic group, and hydrogen. Okay, that means this carbon is chiral in nature, but due to presence of plane of symmetry, this is optically inactive, because half of the part of this molecule, upper part, rotate the plane of polarized light in one direction, while half of the part below the plane rotate in opposite directions to that of the upper part. That means if it will rotate the plane polarized light in anti-clockwise direction, then in this condition it will rotate the plane polarized light in clockwise direction, and the total rotations should be 0 in this condition, because it will rotate plane polarized light in clockwise direction. That means it will be positive, while when it rotates the plane polarized light, the rotations will be negative. Both are equal, but having chiral carbon here also here, and due to presence of plane of symmetry, this is known as plane of symmetry. Plane of symmetry. Plane of symmetry. These are mirror image to each other and superimpossible to each other. That means half of the part will superimpossible to the second part of the compound. This is why these are optically inactive. It is called mesotartaric acid. Mesotartaric acid. Okay, dear student, if mesotartaric acid, it is optically inactive. Due to presence of plane of symmetry, half of the part will rotate plane polarized light in clockwise direction, while half of the part will rotate plane of polarized light in anti-clockwise direction, and it will cancel to each other, will cancel the rotations of to each other. Okay, due to this is optically inactive, but having chiral carbon. That means one thing is, molecule should be asymmetric. It may be concluded that chiral or dissymmetry is the necessary. Chiral as well as dissymmetry is the necessary and sufficient conditions for enantiomers and for the molecule to be optically active. Okay, two things is, chirality as well as dissymmetry is must for any compound to be an optically active compound. Here symmetry, plane of symmetry, not dissymmetry, but chirality here present. Okay, but chirality not alone can define the optical activity in this case if having two chiral carbon in a molecule. Okay, dear student. Now we are going to define the optical isomers. Yeah, optical isomerism. What is, after concluding what is the optical activity? Optical isomerism. Isomerism. Okay, dear student. Optical isomerism. When two or more compounds having same molecular formula, also similar chemical structure, exhibit different effect on plane polarized light, the phenomena is called optical isomerism, and such compounds are called optical isomers. Okay, dear student, when two, the definition is when two or more compound having similar molecular formula, similar chemical properties exhibit different effect on plane polarized light, the phenomena is called optical isomerism, and such compound is called, such compounds are called, are called optical isomers. Okay, dear student, optical isomers. Optical isomers are of two types. One is dextrorotatory and second one is levorotatory. What is dextrorotatory and what is levorotatory? Dextrorotatory means the compound having nature to rotate the plane polarized light in clockwise direction, while levorotatory compound have a nature to have a tendency to rotate the plane polarized light in anti-clockwise direction. We have already seen that when plane polarized light pass through the compound, they can, if they are optically active, that they can rotate the plane polarized light in into clockwise direction or into anti-clockwise direction. If they rotate the plane polarized light in clockwise direction, that means dextrorotatory. If they rotate the plane polarized light in anti-clockwise direction, that means they are levorotatory. Okay, let us see. If plane polarized light pass through, if plane polarized light pass through d isomers, it is pass through d isomers. This is a compound fulfill all the criteria like chirality, dissymmetry, etc. Okay, pass through, then the plane polarized light rotate in a clockwise direction like this, like this. Okay, dear student, this is rotated plane polarized light, that means rotate, and you can see here in clockwise direction it rotates. Okay, that means this compound is dextrorotatory compound and represented by plus or D. Okay, if the compound having nature to rotate the plane polarized light in anti-clockwise direction, that means it is a levorotatory and L isomers. L isomers. Okay, dear student, and represented as denoted by minus or levorotatory L isomers or L form or L form. Okay, L enantiomers, denantiomers, L enantiomers. Okay, dear student, levo means anti-clockwise direction. Okay, dextro means clockwise direction. Okay, dear student. So in next video we will discuss about the racemic mixture, DL mixture and racemizations also. Okay, dear student. Okay, thank you, all the best.